All right, boys and girls, holiday or not, y'all gonna get this work. We got SGA 10.7K. Find value, shove them up your ass, especially going up against the Lakers. Um, Cunningham, we're gonna see what's going on with his status. If he's able to play 9.8K, I like anybody against Indiana. I like the pace. Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is. I don't like the matchup. I don't like the rest of his team. If he was my last man in, my last spend up in, if I didn't have another $500 for Cunningham, I have no problem playing Edwards. But I'm gonna actually give Fox a little bit of a bump because DeRozan is out. Fire up DeRozan. Harden's been playing like a top 10 player in this league right now. Don't at me. Scotty Barnes against Miami. I don't have a problem with him, but you got Pirtle who's been playing like an all-star. You got Barrett who's been playing better. That's gonna hurt Barnes' ceiling. Barnes is still a very good play, but I'm not gonna. He took 23 shots. That's a lot of shots. I can't even front. That's a lot of shots. Listen. If he's gonna be taking 23 shots a game, shove him up my ass each and every time. I still like Harden. I still like Fox. I still like SGA. I still like Cunningham. But Barnes is taking a lot of shots at his price. Halliburton seems to play for real when the bunnies come and see him. You feel me? They're playing Indiana. I want to say he's in play. I trust everybody else more than him, but he's at home. Probably got some bunnies coming to the game. Probably gonna play well, but I can't let that influence, how much I like him. I'd rather play Barnes than Halliburton. If I'm playing 4, 5, 6, 7 lineups, I'll surely get to Halliburton. Tyler Hero's an okay play. Ivy looks better without Cunningham, but he's still in a good spot against Indiana. He's already priced up for it. Kobe White's fine if he can go. Derek White's always in play. Suggs doesn't play against Brooklyn. Giddey, I don't trust his minutes. Reeves has been okay, but if Connect is going to be in the starting lineup, just give me Connect, who's cheaper. Sharp's in play. Simon picks and chooses when he wants to be a man. 20 against Memphis, 20 fantasy points. And then he goes and gives you 49 the very next game against Indiana. But Indiana would do that to you. That's why I mentioned earlier. I like playing players against Indiana. I like that environment. Rozier's an okay play. Monk at 5.4 off the bench is an okay play. It's a good matchup though. DeSumno I'm not really interested in. Simmons I'm not interested in. DiVincenzo, I believe he started the last game and still only gave us 12 fantasy points. Minnesota's in shambles. All right, Drew Holiday if you're desperate. Henderson I don't mind. He's been mid, but I don't mind him as my last man in. Conley I'm not playing. Russell if you want to be cute at 4.4K. It's crazy that I don't know. I know that Kevin Porter Jr. was being shoved down people's throats by the. I'm gonna just say this: the Live Before Lock shows was recommended Kevin Porter Jr. as a top play, and I didn't see it. I couldn't see it. I was trying to see it, but I couldn't see it. But long story short, 25 minutes, 14 fantasy points. So I don't really know. He took 9 shots, which I guess, but Kevin Porter was not no great play on that slate. I don't give 2 fucks what your sim say. I don't give a fuck what your fucking optimizer says. Kevin Porter is not a good play. And let me show you why. he had 3 games. Okay, we got last 5 games. But as you can see, 23, 27, 12, 28, 26, 24, 14, 14. Like, if Kevin Dunn is shooting well, Kevin Dunn's going to play a little bit more minutes. Kevin Porter's 4.3K. He's an okay play. He's not a bad play. But he's an okay play. He's a fucking okay play. He's not the greatest play on the slate like some people seem to make him seem like. Like, that's not it. I can't see it. I'm trying. I can't see it. Like I said, if Chris Dunn is going to start, if Chris Dunn is going to hit his shots, Chris Dunn doesn't shoot a lot, but if he's going to hit his shots, he's going to play more minutes because he's out there for defense. Kevin Porter? Kason Wallace? I'm not interested in none of these guys. I'm really not. Maybe Sasser gets a little bit of a bump if Cunningham can't go. But if Cunningham can't go, 3.3K, Sasser's in my lineup. Let me just double check Cunningham real quick. See what the fuck's wrong with him. His hip. I don't want to mess around with somebody with a messed up hip. Because that's a lot of basketball move. That affects a lot of your basketball movements. Let me see. Jaylen Brown's in play. Price is a little bit disrespectful. Too cheap. Levine's in play. Norman Powell, if he's back, what's wrong with him? Hamstring. Let's see. I want to hear he's 100% ready to go. Cam Thomas, didn't he finish the last game? He finished the last game. Did he? 23 minutes. Unless he didn't finish the last game. Unless he got hurt. Unless he left the game. I'm not too sure if he left the game. But I'm assuming he left the game because they only played 23 minutes. So, all right. So, he's going to be out a few weeks. So, Schroeder's going to get a bump. What? Schroeder's out too. What the fuck? All right. Let's go to the videotape. All right. So, we got... Let's do a little bit of a deep dive. I know y'all like deep dives. You feel me? All right, so we got Simmons, who still don't really look. He don't look fantastic to me still because I don't trust him. Zaire Williams, I'd give a bump to, but he's already priced up, and he gave us 21 fantasy points in 25 minutes, which is poor behavior. This is Jalen Wilson, $4,500. Tyrese Martin played 28 minutes. He shot 10 for 13. So I'm going to play him, but I'm not going to play him because he put up 41 fantasy points. I'm going to play him because he's 3K and he's going to play probably another 28 minutes. Especially with no Thomas, no Schroeder. If Wilson is out, Martin looks a lot better. Not a lot better. He looks more better. More better is not a word. He looks sensational. What the fuck is going on in Brooklyn? Cam Johnson's going to be out? Man, they're really tanking. You got... But but Brooklyn doesn't have their record is not that bad. Maybe these guys are really just fucking hurt. All right, whatever. Fire up Martin. Fire up Watford. And use these guys as value for now. Okay, let's continue. Matherin's always in play. Herter's been awful. I'm not interested in Herter. Actually, he came off the bench last game, if I remember correctly. Dort is a fucking peon. Whenever I play him in a night slate, he does me dirty. 32 minutes, 14 fantasy points. Kamara, I'm not interested in, especially now, because we're going to have some value in Brooklyn. Decent value at that. We'll see what's going on with Connect. If Connect can't go, Reeves gets a bump. because Connect is absolutely taking some of Reed's usage. Isaiah Joe, if you're desperate. Is it Quentin Jackson? Quinton Jackson, 4K, should be starting in play. Absolutely. All right, let's pass. Not pass. Let's go to small forward. What the fuck am I talking about? Let's pass. All right, Tatum, 10K. Wagner, 9.6. I don't need to sell you those guys. You already know what time it is. Barrett's in play. Jimmy Butler's a fraud. 57 fantasy points, 35 fantasy points, 15 fantasy points. Fuck the fantasy points. 2 shots? Yeah. They need to trade his ass to fucking Zimbabwe Hammerheads. Get him the fuck out of here. Who else is here? Abdi is in play. If he starts again, 5.3K, I'm shoving him straight up my ass. McDaniels is an okay play. There's going to be a lot of value at that position. Hachimura is an okay play. Is that Wiggins? Nope, that's Aaron Wiggins. And I don't want Aaron Wiggins. Highsmith, no thank you. All right. Holland, how many minutes is Holland playing? Just curious. 26 minutes, 20 fantasy points. Am I interested in him? Not really. I mean, it's not the worst play in the world. If there's no Cunningham, he looks better, but I'm still gonna gravitate to the potential value in Brooklyn. All right, before we go to power forward, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit the bell, thumbs up the video. If you don't have time to wait for starting lineup, we can already tell it's going to be a lot of news last minute. If you don't have time to wait for that, you want me to send you my finalized optimal up-to-date lineups right before lock, no problem. Check out the Patreon link in the description. Check out the channel memberships right here on YouTube. Super chats are open. Everything else should be in the description. If you need to holler at me about anything, DFS_Chapo on X, Instagram, and TikTok. And let's go to power forward. I want y'all guys to be. I want to get y'all to the point where if y'all watch any show, even if you watch my video, you obviously nobody watches just one video, but if you watch, when you're watching videos, I want y'all to be able to differentiate what's a good play and what's an okay play. You know, because I don't want somebody else telling you something's a good play when it's really not, and then you know, if you're newer to DFS, you don't know left from right. So if you're watching a video, you think that if you try, you think what you're hearing is correct and it's not. You know, I want y'all to be able to know when something is not correct, or especially not correct for your 1 or 2 lineups. You know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna help. That's gonna be a big difference between cashing and not cashing. And I could say it because I went through it already. When you're being force-fed players that are not great plays, I'm always going to say some shit. I don't give a fuck. If I see it, I'm going to say it. Tatum's in play. Braun's in play. Jalen Williams, absolutely in play. Julius Randle, I'm not interested in Julius Randle. Siakam 7-2, he's in play. Keegan Murray should get a bump with no DeRozan, but I don't trust Keegan Murray like that. We're gonna keep our eye on Jeremy Grant because then Abdi becomes a great play. Like I want people to tell y'all, yo, if Jeremy Grant doesn't play, shove Abdi, because that's a very good play. But I don't hear shit like that. I hear shove Kevin Porter in your lineups. Like what the fuck am I hearing? So we keep an eye on Brooklyn news. Tobias Harris, I'm not interested in. He's a fraud. We know that. Naz Reid, I'm not really interested in. Agbaji, no thank you. The rest of these guys, I'm not going to be playing. This fool, I tried to play when there was no Klingon and no Robert Williams. And this is what this man did. 11 minutes, 6 fantasy points. He's banned for life. He's banned for the rest of both of our lives. Just fuck that. Jonathan Isaac is not really in play for me at 4.2K. 22 minutes is not bad. But nowadays, 21 minutes means nothing. 21, you get a 21 out of your fantasy spot, you might as well fucking chuck your phone. Chuck your phone out the window. It is over. You need 30 fantasy points minimum from your worst spot. What else? Watford, I'll be honest with you. I'm not really sold on Watford. Everybody got to be out for Watford for me to trust Watford. Everybody. I need everybody out. I need them to have 8 guys and Watford starting for me to want to play Watford. Because he's been an epic failure every time I've played him. All right, anybody else down here right now? If I'm missing somebody, you can absolutely throw it in the chat, no problem. It's all good. We all here together. Let's go to the center. Let's wrap this bad boy up. Let me get y'all out of here. So y'all can do y'all Black Friday shopping. You feel me? Anthony Davis, 10.4K. Matchup proof in play. It's a bonus with no DeRozan against Portland in play. Bam. I like Bam, but I don't really think that there's anyone in Miami that you need to win a tournament. Who's gonna give you 50, 60 fantasy points? Butler when he feels like it. Bam when he's locked in. I'm cool. Vooch is in play. Pirtle's in play. I don't know if Porzingis is going to give us enough minutes. I can't depend on 32 fantasy points out of 23 minutes. What happens if he misses his shots and doesn't get any blocks? You know what's going to happen? That lineup is going to be cooked. You might as well put that shit in the oven with your turkey because it's going to be well done. What else is here? Hartenstein against AD. He's going to have to get his fantasy point from rebounds, assists, and blocks because scoring on AD is going to be, a little bit of a challenge. 6.8K. Fire up Hartenstein. Zubac, Ayton, Turner, Gobert, all in play. We keep an eye on Claxton. They're starting Goga and Wendell Carter for some reason. He played 25 minutes, 38 fantasy points. 5.4K starting center Goga's in play. Bobby Williams. I'm not going to say nothing. Wendell Carter, 18 minutes. No, thank you. Okay, we got Goga. We got Carter. Don't need Wagner. That's Mo. We don't need Mo Wagner. We do need Franz Wagner. Don't get it twisted. Stewart if you're desperate. I don't think I need Quetta. I think that's about it. Jalen Smith, I don't trust. Jalen Smith gets downgraded on an off day. Like, I don't get it with him. They don't even be playing. He gets downgraded. What the fuck is going on with him? It's like the equivalent of getting fired on your off day. Like, you're not even there and you're fucking getting. I don't understand. Listen, I held on too long. I'm gonna go in and get out of here. I appreciate y'all taking time, to watch my video on a holiday. I know y'all got better things to do. I know y'all got to go to Target and Walmart and go buy those 50-inch TVs for fucking $49.99. I understand and I get it, and I appreciate y'all taking time to watch my video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video, check out the Patreon link in the description, check out the channel memberships right here on YouTube. Listen, I know my voice is a little bit cracking, but I had a long ass day. Wasn't feeling well. Actually passed out earlier on. I passed out, woke up, didn't know where the fuck I was. Cleaned up the kitchen, did what I need to do. Boom, now I'm here. Now I'm about to go pass out again. But listen, hope you had a great, Thanksgiving. Hope y'all had a profitable NFL Thursday. And I'll talk to y'all later. Ciao.